Hey guys, I am Pixel Dan, and today we are going to be checking out the Masters of the Universe Origins KOL-DAR, Heroic Warrior of Justice. Who the heck is this guy? I know that's what I saw a lot of people asking, and that is totally fair. That's because this guy only appeared in one episode of the original Filmation series called Double Trouble. He was a fully created by Filmation character who has never appeared in any of the toy lines before, which is really interesting because the Masters of the Universe Classics line did a pretty good job of hitting some of those one-off Filmation characters, but KOL-DAR was not one of them, so really interesting to see him chosen to be a figure here in Origins. Of course, this was also a Mattel Creations exclusive, which when you have a weird one-off character like this, I guess that makes the most sense to be an exclusive, but we'll talk more about that later on in the video. Since he was an exclusive, he did come inside of a shipper box, which does have its own unique artwork of KOL-DAR on there, you can see, which is very cool stuff on both sides. And then the packaging there also gets the bonus of having the extra artwork piece on the front. And when we rotate it around the back, instead of getting a cross-sell like usual, we've got this absolutely gorgeous artwork on here of KOL-DAR fighting off a batch of snake men, which is really great. This is his Pegasus called Shadow Master that we also see in the Filmation series. That would make a great toy, just saying. But I do absolutely love this artwork. You might notice that we've got a nod to Frazetta down here. That's because this is based on a classic painting, which is super cool stuff. Some of you might have noticed that, but really cool looking packaging. We are going to be ripping this open though, because that's what we do here on this channel. That way we can get a closer look at the KOL-DAR action figure within. Alright, it's worth mentioning, of course, that KOL-DAR does come with his own exclusive mini-comic here. So this is the only figure that you're going to get this particular new story, with KOL-DAR's character being featured. We've also got some other fun new characters in here as well. What's up, Joe Shoes? So some pretty cool stuff going on with the included mini-comic there. And then we've got KOL-DAR. Really interesting choice. I think somebody at Mattel must have just been a fan of this episode or this particular character. I don't know if he's somebody that the fans have really been clamoring for, but I always like seeing extra characters like this get produced. He's one that did not get released in the Masters of the Universe Classics line, where they did several of those one-off Filmation characters. Also worth noting, interesting to see that we're getting a Filmation created character in the Origins line, so does have me hopeful for maybe some more Filmation stuff going forward. I think that is pretty cool. So the body itself here, mostly like your standard body that you've seen with He-Man and everything, has a really nice gold belt and gold wrist bracers there, which look really nice. But we do also have these gray armored boots here that he's got, and we've got this new armor piece. Now, it's more of like a yellow than a gold. You can see the difference between like the gold on his belt and bracers versus the armor. It is more yellow, though it has a little bit of a shine to it, which is really nice. Definitely has more of that animated look to it. Love the bearded sculpt on the chin there. Helmet is non-removable, so you can't take it off. He just has blacked out eyes, but he's a pretty cool looking character. He's somebody unique, somebody that definitely looks MOTU, which I like quite a bit. Pretty cool stuff. Of course, you can also remove this armor if you want to. It is made of that softer, more pliable plastic that most of the armor is made from. And his articulation is exactly what you have come to expect from this line. We do have the ball joint there at the neck. The head is removable for swapping if you want to do stuff like that. Arms can go outwards, forwards, backwards. Slightly hindered by the way the armor comes over there. You can see how the biceps are running into it, but it's not too bad. You can also remove the arms from the socket like we've seen with all the other Origins figures. Elbows bend and swivel, wrists swivel and hinge and also pop out of the socket. Waist can disconnect, swivel there. Legs go outwards, forwards, backwards, swivel at the knee, bend at the knee, swivel at that boot cut, and the ankles can go side to side, back and forth. Really good articulation, feels nice and sturdy. Great stuff going on here. With his weapons, really interesting stuff. We have two reused parts. We have a silver version of the Triclops sword and a silver version of the axe attachment. that came with Ram Man. It's got like the attachment piece on there still because you could connect that on the Ram Man figure. So he didn't get like his own unique accessory, which is a bit of a bummer. It would have been kind of cool if we got like this gold axe that we see in the artwork of the comic, but alas, we just have these reused pieces here. He does have a holster on his back, which you could put the sword in. That's a really nice touch. And he's got 2 gripping hands, so if you want to, you can also pose him holding both weapons at the same time. So pretty fun stuff all in all. And that's going to do it, guys. That is our look at KOL-DAR from the Masters of the Universe Origins lineup. There's no comparison time because he has never had an action figure before now. So anybody who's a fan of Filmation or this particular episode loves getting these one-off characters, I think you're really going to like this guy. But I also think he was a good type of figure to use as a Mattel Creations exclusive, since he's kind of a guy that a lot of people don't really know about. You maybe don't feel like you're missing out on anything if you missed out on this guy through Mattel Creations. But all in all, pretty fun figure. Thank you guys so very much for watching this video, and until next time.